What's going on, guys? Section H Gaming back today with part 5 of the Hellenic Republic here on Kaiserreich Redux mod for Kaiserreich, available in the Steam store. Go ahead and download Kaiserreich and then Kaiserredux. It's on there. It's a pretty cool mod. It's what I spend most of my time on. Really enjoy it. If you enjoy kind of the alternative Hearts of Iron content, things like that, playthroughs, give my channel a subscribe. I think you'd really enjoy it over time. I've done some live streams and stuff like that. You can actually see now. I had one up that's actually on the base game. It's the Return of the Kaiser. It's quite interesting. It's not done. I'll probably do a 2-part series on it. So let's go ahead and jump back in. On the last video, I believe I started training some troops. Yep, did. And we're going to work towards finding our way to get our bonus here. And then we're going to go down the Ancient Glories path and hopefully be able to retake part of the Ottoman Empire, as they are already really in trouble, it looks like. Maybe not as much trouble as they normally would be, though, so that's interesting. But maybe some of the other wars have not kicked off. I guess Yemen might be... Yeah, Yemen is already in the Cairo Pact, it looks like. If I was a major country, I could just send them a bunch of guns, but unfortunately I'm not able to do that. Let's see here. Polish Republic has joined the Commonwealth of Independent Nations and then joined the Reich Pact. Very interesting. A plot twist that we did not expect, but it's okay. Just imagined that they said they were going out on their own, and then the German ambassador to Poland said it's probably not a great idea, so they're like, okay, we'll join the Reich Pact. So okay, finding our own way into ancient glories. Greece is an ancient nation, defining by its glorious civilizations of eras long gone. The classic era, Hellenic era, and Roman era were crucial not only in the development of Greece, but the development of the entire Western world. Whilst the rest of the globe pursues modern era, we should look to our past and the short ancient glories of our ancestors. So, political power and a little bit of party stuff there. Go ahead and get some support equipment going. Fuel storage just finished up, quite nice. And let's go ahead and take construction 3. I think that should be pretty beneficial for us. And let's see what else we have going. I really keep thinking I want to do, let's think, actually probably just need to do police crackdown to get a little bit more stability. That'll help me out there. Then maybe we'll denationalize Austrian industries. Maybe that could be beneficial. I don't really know what that does, though, is the thing, so... And let's go ahead up on 4 speed just to speed things up a little bit for us. How many convoys do I have? I wonder. 108 convoys, not too bad. Not great though. And advanced machine tools just finished up, so that should help me. And let's go down disperse industry, get a little bit more space for building, and that should be good. Socialist victory in Russia. Oh wow, I don't really remember that happening, but they're the Russian Socialist Republic, so we will see how that ends up. Did Zhukov restore socialism, maybe? Okay, I don't know. Thought maybe you could get thought maybe you could get Mr. Stalin himself, but apparently not. So have factory ready to go now. Let's go ahead and get some steel importing. Of course, we can start on another civilian factory and then another military factory. It's always interesting playing a minor nation and have like no factories up to like 39, which is kind of crazy. But some people probably have a little bit better build order in this game than me, so it's probably do a little bit better. Okay, so ancient glories, we got that. Got some political power, very nice. And then national rebirth, Independence Day, we've gotten that before. National rebirth. Now that Greece is under the direction of a strong leader, we are in the position to restore our former glories. Greek people were once most powerful force in the Western world, so we shall strive the rebirth of the nation into an empire proud and noble, the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine, I'm not Byzantine. I don't know, I think that was like the last, I don't think that was like as good as the Roman Empire, obviously, because it's kind of like split up. But is what it is, so go ahead and get these guys up here in our 7-2 divisions. Let's go ahead and train a few more divisions. Mozambique Bush War, crazy Bush War going on there. Let's go ahead and train. Go ahead and do just one run of those. Still have plenty of equipment actually, so let's go ahead and add a few more, see what our equipment looks like. 199 artillery, not bad. I think that's our 7.2s, right? Yes, they are. And we'll add in the engineer company as well. That will probably reduce my support equipment a lot, but that's okay. Since we are producing a few a day, shouldn't hurt us too bad. And another military factory will finish up shortly. So the Sublime Ottoman Federation, let's go ahead and pause it here. National rebirth finished. Modern liberal democracy has failed Greece. The ideals of a democratic system have been manipulated and twisted into a degenerated society of corruption. In order for Greece to be saved from itself, a new state must be born, one that harkens back to traditions of ancient Hellenics. A nation for Greeks to wholly commit themselves to with the same determination and discipline the Spartans had. A nation that follows in the footsteps of the Persepolis, whose Athenian regime involved in the first Greek civilization. A nation that honors the legacy of our forebears who brought greatness and pride to all of Europe and the greater world. People who are worthy to proclaim the lineage of Alexander the Great. Greece will be the eternal flame of the Balkans, a beauty never to be extinguished. Though trying times for Greece, ecstatic hierarchy, who will take the leadership of the Orthodox Church. Whilst our neighbors collapse, we shall strive forward. So, thought we were going to be the Byzantine Empire, but we're not. So, let's go ahead and take... we can go ahead and take Return of the Acritae. We can go ahead and get that. Basically gives us a bunch of stuff, bunch of manpower, and some boosts. So let's go ahead. And I have 72 war support. I'm on extensive conscription. Don't need to go on war economy. Probably really just need to take some more of this stuff. I really also need an air force. And pretty soon, I think most of the Ottoman forces probably focused down here. I don't know if now's our best chance to strike or what the deal is. If we can weaken them, maybe that'll help. I think... I'm not sure. I really just don't know. See how much manpower they have. Probably a lot, really. No, they're kind of bleeding out a little bit on their manpower scale. Syria has 0. Serbia declared war on Illyria. How alarming. Melbourne Uprising. And I just don't think I want to get tangled up in this war here. I think I want to leave the faction. Let me go ahead and leave the Balkan Pact. I think that makes more sense for me. And let's rejoin the Entente. Yeah, so we're part of the Entente, which is okay. They're not going to ally with the Ottomans either. And they can really help me with a lot of these wars. So let's join and invest 100 political power. And who are they fighting? Yeah, we can join that war, I guess. And let's go ahead and get construction as well. And then see what we can get infantry equipment wise. Let's go ahead and take this so that way we can upgrade our soft attack a little bit more. Go ahead and recruit these guys. Okay, so we got the return of the Akrati. Greece's history is built among warfare. The fractious nature of the ancient Greek society forged a people who lived life through battle. With the rise of the ancient military powers such as the Spartans came development of new styles of warfare, the hoplite phalanx being one. The innovation of military tactics and formations defined Greek warriors. The ancient Macedonian army under King Philip was composed of supremely defensive formations that allowed his armies to dominate the battleground. It is from this innovation that we will seek to develop a superior fighting force that can defend our borders from enemy surroundings. Our military strategic experts have been researching extensively into historical Greek military tactics, and from this they have divided two plans. Both plans take inspiration from both ancient Greeks and Byzantium. The first is the Neo-Varangian Guard. The plan involves focusing on a smaller, more disciplined and well-trained army that is fearless of Spartans and Varangia. The new is the new Comenian army. As the name suggests, it would adopt the tactics used during the Comenian area, investing in more modernization, army equipment, and armaments and development of... which plan should we use? So... I think I need a recruitable population, 15%. I think that's probably going to be the most beneficial for me there. And then... I think probably we also do Art of War, and then we declare war on the Ottomans. Alright, let's take excavation, unpause it. Still on 5-speed. And then the Canadians are going to send me some support equipment. I'm really not doing great on support equipment, actually. Or the artillery. That's an interesting issue, but it's probably because this line is spawning. And they just immediately canceled their Lend-Lease with us. And, of course, I need some more military factories. And Syria and Illyria are fighting. I didn't want the entire faction to attack me here. And then that way I could join the Allies, which I think made a lot more sense. And then I just need to recruit a few infantry units to hold the front line here. Because they can come across this inlet here, which would be devastating for me to get basically all my troops cut off. and we will do that as well. And I'm on service by requirement. So about the time those guys are ready to deploy, we should be ready to move forward. And of course, I'm still really needing some supply equipment. And Middle Franca is basically falling apart, it looks like. I'm not really sure what went on there, but and I think we just build a little bit of political power until we are ready for that. Let's go down mass mobilization a little bit farther. And as soon as we deploy our divisions, we can go ahead and move forward with our plan. Got those guys ready to go. Go ahead and put a field commander out here, so we have the king as our field marshal. We'll see how that goes. And let's go ahead and get motorized. Not that we will need that quite yet. But I'm going to go ahead and build some more military factories, I believe. Makes the most sense for me. And I think it's time to take 4 centuries of vengeance. See how this turns out for me, guys. I don't know. I can always restart this and delete this episode. It's really not that big of a deal for me, but let's see kind of what we're looking at here. And then we might just take some synthetic oil experiments. And Dutch East Indies took their deal back. And the Ottomans are not defending themselves at all for me. Or towards me, I should say. So that is a very beneficial thing for Greece. LSS ultimatum. Wow, they're already declaring war in Germany. And the Kaiser is at war again. It's been over a decade since the first Weltkrieg. There's a second Weltkrieg fought by old enemies, France and its allies versus German Empire. Both sides dread the return to trench warfare, the scourge of the first Weltkrieg. While Germany faces off against France, the Russians eye its former lands hungrily, as it is possible to exploit the situation. Meanwhile, other factions such as the Entente and Japanese are gearing up for wars of their own. Kaiser is at war again. That was a fast war, I feel like, but is what it is for them. So let's go ahead and basically immediately conquer that stuff. And Kingdom of Greece annexes Crete. With the Germans embroiled in war with the Senecas, our brothers in Crete took the chances to ride against the Germans. So we have Crete back now. Very nice. And it's like completely under control. And it looked like maybe it gave us a little bit of building stuff, which is nice as well. So that is good for us. Go ahead and build some fighters, and then we'll get some artillery there as well. And we'll ignore those dockyards for now. Cheaper Air Force. Not even going to take that right now, I don't think. And let's see here for our Navy. We can go ahead and do some convoy raiding in this area. And I was going to say I have 0 planes, so we'll see how that goes. But our allies, if I call them in against the Ottomans, should go very quick. Hopefully, because they will basically come up through here and deal with them, I think. So Okay, so let's go ahead and pause this. Let's go ahead and decrease the speed. Kingdom of Greece has declared war. Since the dawn of the Hellenic civilization, our people have been under threat from the eastern hordes, whether it's the gigantic Achaemenid Empire or the rapidly expanding Ottomans. The struggle for independence has defined our history. Today marks the dawn of vengeance. We shall avenge our ancestors who defended the walls of Constantinople, who fought for Greek independence, and who battled the Turks once more during the Weltkrieg. The valiant heroes of the past did not die in vain. Their legacy will live on through our armies who are already marching towards Ottoman front lines. Onwards to victory. We're basically just walking in, it looks like, so... And our allies are joining as well. And we're going to retake Constantinople, so we get a core on it. And of course, the Entente should like naval invade everybody here, basically. And they've got some puppets that I think are coming in as well. And now let's just try to cut these guys off and capture Constantinople before they can get back. Which I do not think can happen, unfortunately. And we have some naval combat here. Looks like we're attacking some convoys, and I really don't know if it's a smart idea for me to join that the war there with France and Communist France at this point. Okay, so the Entente is moving forward to reclaim Europe. The day has finally come when the birthright will be reclaimed and Europe will be liberated. By the thousands, Canadian troops land on the beachheads and push their way towards London. The exiles eager to see their homes once more. The Entente is inches away from reclaiming their birthright and reclaiming their nation and their pride. The native people of England, forced from their homes during the Revolution, can hear the chimes of Big Ben, the chimes they've not heard for years. God save the King and God help the Entente. So that's a little bit misleading since they're obviously not there yet, but everybody kind of gets the point. So I need to obviously put these guys on the front line here. And then I don't know what the deal is. Let's put the front line here with these guys to hold. And then we took Constantinople, which was great for us. And now it looks like we're just going to break them over the wall here, or over the water. And basically just run their entire country over. So we'll see how that goes. We did get some extra factories. I really wish... I could keep producing stuff, so that way I could get some more just divisions. And the Entente and the Reichspack intend to meet. Probably not going to cooperate. That's very rare these days. Seems like they did something to the code to make them not want to cooperate, which I mean is fine. It's whatever they want to do. What do I have 13 divisions of these guys right here? What? Go ahead and zoom up the coast here. Capture as much territory as we can. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this front line and then put it back so we have all 24 divisions on it. Then we'll push to the south, obviously. And we have some more factories back, so of course, in case for some reason we lose them. And we'll halt the assault here. And Halifax Conference. Leaders of the Entente and the Reichspack gathered in Halifax today in order to discuss the possibility of co-cooperation in the war against the Third Internationale. What the cooperation would contest is not difficult to ascertain. Military and naval access between the members, but more importantly, the Entente and the willingness of the part of the Reichspack to stay out of both France and Great Britain once the war is done. This will allow a swift return to Europe for the French and British exile governments. Ultimate goal of both, but now a single question hanging for the conference. Would the German Empire even agree to such terms? Okay, so that's an excellent question. Okay, so we have retake Constantinople now. Let's go ahead and dominate the Anatolia. So that should give us some cores here as well. Need more steel, unfortunately, from Germany, it looks like. Which can probably use all the trade they can get. And then go ahead and get some more artillery as well. And then some more planes. Failure of the Halifax Conference, unfortunately. So that could have gone better. I'm not going to read all that since it's really not relevant to the game since it failed. And it looks like now the Ottomans are kind of just raising some militia to kind of try to stop what's going on here. And let's see, they pulled a lot of forces back. Let's go ahead and pause it and see what the situation is with them. With the American Federal War going on. Maybe this is it. Okay, so they're actually 39% towards capitulation. Not as great as I hope, but I'm going to snake up the coast here and hopefully capture some of their places. Some of their ports and stuff to maybe hurt them a little bit more. And Afghanistan joined the Istanbul Pact, which I've not seen before. And now France is pouring in to help us with the Ottoman Empire. France on this game is like the #1 ally to have because they will basically just support you wherever you are. Like, it doesn't matter if they're getting invaded or what. They're like, okay, we're coming. Which is pretty good for that. So, I don't really know what they're doing down there, but whatever. Let's go ahead and take... guys, I can't even scroll up here. I don't know what the deal was. Let's go ahead and take Engineer Company 2. They'll probably help us. And plenty of manpower, plenty of equipment, except for supply equipment, but so put another factory on it. Hate to keep having to buy steel, but I guess that's a decent problem to have since we're getting so many more factories. Okay, so Afghanistan is now fighting us, I guess, and who else is what? The Istanbul Pact? Who are these people? Ottomans are in Istanbul pack. Okay, guys, that was my timer for this episode, but we're going to keep going for just another minute to kind of see how this goes. I'm trying to see where my allies are down here. They're really not doing too much, it looks like. They're probably heavily attrition, though, which is pretty bad for them, I guess. And we're pushing these guys up here. Most of them seem to be militia. But some of them do have some pretty good equipment, it looks like, but I don't know how much other equipment they can make. It's a thing, so I wish we could kind of cut them off there and maybe just make some basic infantry. You know, train a few just basic infantry units to open up another front. Train 12 divisions. And that should be okay there. And we have plenty of guns and everything, so that's really not a concern. So I have 36,000 of them. And that should help me. But really, across every front that we're attacking, we are pushing them. So that's not that big of a problem. And our commander's wounded, unfortunately. And I'd kind of like to encircle right here, I think, but it's hard to get that port, I feel like. I'd need to get that naval base to get them cut off, so I wish I could just go ahead and deploy all those divisions, but let's see what the Ottoman manpower is. My bad, I did not mean to do that. German Empire declared war on Denmark, so they have a fair amount of manpower right now. And we got some military access as well, which is kind of nice, but did not really need it. And as soon as my next group of divisions is ready, I think we can just really probably just crush them. We can cut down this front line a little bit, which will be nice, and then really coordinate our attacks. So I feel like I'm getting a big front line even for 24 divisions now. And naval combat here. Looks like we're doing okay. And we got down Anatolia as well. And let's see. Let's go up here and take new expansionism. Give us a little bit of bonus there. Sultanate of Najib has capitulated. Do they have any resources there, I wonder? Or what? Okay, basically I want that, but I don't. Yeah, I actually couldn't get anything there. It's unfortunate. Okay, so have these guys ready to go. Gonna go ahead and put them in this army. And then hopefully they can break there, and then we'll split the front lines. I'm actually going to decline that right now because that'd be terrible for me in the Mediterranean. And let's get some more guns, of course. And actually, if we could capture a port, I could bring these guys in for a little naval invasion here. And I can put them in a different division. And then once those guys get here, I'm going to take the purple units off this front line, it looks like. Actually, I need to do that regardless because there's guys heading over here. And then once we land, we should be in pretty good shape. go ahead and take this front line here and crush these guys. Thought this would be a lot easier with air support, but it is what it is. And maybe those guys are redeploying. I don't know where they all went. If they just left or... No, they all backed off kind of these islands, it looks like. They're trying to leave, maybe. I was trying to land, so... Where are these? I'm so confused where that guy is. Okay, so peace conference. Somebody joined the Cairo Pact. Peace deal between them. Hope that didn't ruin me. I don't think it did. Since we still have claims, let me go ahead and delete all orders for this army. And then we can go ahead and do this with 12 divisions. And then we can go ahead and delete when they get there the purple divisions. Oh god. So I lost all that progress. Wow. That is hilarious. Really, really great. So guys, I think on the next one I'm going to have... I don't know, but thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content or the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one for part 6. Have a nice day.